Hello again. So this time we will be going over what's called JSX. JSX is essentially an extension to JavaScript. It looks a lot like HTML, but it's not HTML. And because it's an extension to JavaScript, you get all the programmability that you usually get with JavaScript, which is sadly not something you get with HTML. Now let's look at what JSX is. Uh, so you see this little line number 7. We essentially have the words hello and world wrapped within h1 tags. And this looks like HTML. In fact, if you tried this line of code in HTML, it would work just fine. But you know what? This is actually JSX. And because it's JSX, we can do stuff like this. I can do const JSX element equal to like so. And I can copy JSX element, I can put it there, I can save it. And my app would not have changed one bit. And in order to prove that this is working, we'll change the string inside the h1 tag, hello world, ha ha ha. I'm going to save it, and I'm going to bring back my browser. Oh, it's a mess. And I'm going to refresh it. It says hello world, ha ha ha. So this works. And we know that const JSX element is definitely a JavaScript object, right? Because this is clearly JavaScript. So there goes the proof that this is in fact an extension to JavaScript. Now, what is the utility of something like this? Well, let's take an example of, let's take an example. Let's say you want to print a random number on your screen in HTML. So here's how you would do it, right? You would go, let's save this file first. Control S, come on, why aren't you working? Control S, come on, let's save. Why isn't it working? Save as, oh my. Okay, let's put it on the desktop and let's say playground.html and let's save it. So let's say we create an HTML out of this, right? Uh, and let's say I want to display a random number on my on my browser. So here's how I do it, right? I do h1 random number is, I don't know what to do now. So let's say I insert a script tag over here, right? And then I do document.write, right? And then I do math.random, and I want a random number between 1 and 100, right? So I'm going to do times 100, sorry, 0 and 100. Yeah, 0 and 100. And yeah, I'm going to do this, right? And what I do is open this guy in a browser. So I go to terminal, I do cd desktop, I do open playground.html, and I get this guy over here. I don't like these crazy decimal points, so I'm going to do math.round, and there we go. This should settle it. And I'm going to refresh it. And the random number now is 41. Now you see, this particular thing works, sure. You see the code gets pretty messy pretty fast. And it's widely accepted that this is a very dangerous operation. You shouldn't directly write anything to your DOM. You should ideally be doing something different, like so. So let's create a script over here. No, not there. We do. Okay, then we give this an ID equal to heading tag, and then we go into the script and we first get a handle on the heading tag. So we do document.get element by ID, and then we do heading tag, and then we do dot inner HTML equal to, then I gotta get this text in there, right? Because I can't willy-nilly modify certain sections of the inner HTML. So I have to copy the text that existed there, and then I've got to do some string concatenation, like so. And hopefully this will work. Where are we? Okay, let's refresh this. Okay, this still seems to work. You see, this is a lot of work to accomplish for very, very little, and I've had to do crazy things like string concatenation. I don't want to do this. I want something simpler, and that's where JSX comes in. You see, because JSX combines the strength of JavaScript with HTML, I can do something like this. I can write a function, get a random number, and I can take this little function, and I can return it, following which I can do this. And if I save it and I whip out my React application, which is still running on localhost 3000, it's going to say hello world 28. See, this little line of code is a lot clearer because you're combining HTML with JavaScript, and that's the utility of JSX, that you're really working with HTML, yet you have all the strength of JavaScript. You are essentially programming with HTML, and that's not something you've encountered before. And that is the essence of JSX. Is there anything else that must be covered here? No, that's the essence of it. So it's HTML that is, it's JavaScript that essentially works like HTML, and you have the programmability of JavaScript, and you have uh, all the functions that you have in JavaScript. All you got to do is put all of your JavaScript in curly braces and you're good to go. Okay, I'll see you in the next video.